Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Alright guys, in this video I want to talk about why I think Naruto can actually become stronger than what he actually was before, even with the Nine Tails. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about is Naruto is still packing the heat. I talked about this a little bit before, but Naruto still towers over everybody. Probably not Sasuke, because Sasuke didn't necessarily lose that much, but I think Naruto and Sasuke both respectively could still pretty much solo almost everybody in the Ninjaverse as of right now. And Naruto, of course, he's not necessarily the overall powerhouse that he was. As a comparison, I think Naruto right now could still kind of body Delta if Delta actually pulled up. Even though I have a lot of respect for Delta, I actually think Delta could actually beat 99.99999% of everybody in Naruto Shippuden. I think Naruto in this particular situation would still be able to beat her. And I'm going to give you guys an even more relatable comparison. I think Naruto, like base Naruto, blue-eyed base Naruto right now, not even factoring Sage mode, anything like that, blue-eyed base Naruto right now would embarrass Sage mode Naruto back when he fought against Pain. I mean, one of the things that we could easily look towards is when Naruto fought against final form momoshiki. Now, I do want to point out Naruto didn't win by any means, and Naruto of course lost, but you could just compare and contrast how momoshiki dealt with everybody else and basically compare that to how momoshiki dealt with Naruto, base Naruto, with literally only 50% of his chakra reserves. Now, remind you guys, this momoshiki basically one-shot all of the other Kage. Sasuke pulled up and he got dealt with even easier than this mode of Naruto. Now, of course, I'm not saying that this Naruto is going to be stronger than that version of Sasuke at all, but you could just tell when momoshiki attacked Naruto, it was a different type of time. And to remind you guys, this version of momoshiki would have probably beat Kage very easily, and Naruto was kind of holding his own, like literally 50% chakra, blue-eyed base mode Naruto. Now, obviously, even right now, 100% Naruto isn't going to be blue-eyed base Naruto. Naruto still has Sage mode, and Naruto still has Sage of Six Path mode. Sage of Six Path Naruto is no joke, man, because even in this mode, at 17 years old, he was pretty much blitzing Jubi Madara, and you could just imagine how much stronger Naruto in his base form got since then. So of course, stacking Sage of Six Path mode on top of current Naruto would probably be a body bag, which is why I say Naruto still basically towers over everybody else. Now, one thing that I did kind of notice is that a lot of people kind of get confused with Naruto's Sage of Six Path mode with Naruto's Kyuubi mode. Now, of course, Naruto's Sage of Six Path mode, something very elite, but of course what Naruto did was he basically stacked Kyuubi mode on top of the Sage of Six Path mode, which pretty much made that form completely broken. But regardless, as I said, Naruto still packs that heat because he has the Sage of Six Path mode in the regular state. But I do want to talk about how I think Naruto can actually become stronger than what he was even with the Nine Tails. One of the things that I did notice about the Nine Tails is that it stagnated Naruto's growth a lot. Back when I was reading Naruto Shippuden and I seen that Naruto actually got a whole bunch of tail beasts, now he got all 5 chakra natures, he also has the yin and yang release. I thought that in the future, especially when Naruto was a Hokage, when he was an adult, he would pretty much have mastery of all the other chakra natures and mastery of all the other Kekkagekais that he did gain from all the other tail beasts. But it turns out that Naruto, Hokage Naruto, fights very similar to how Naruto fought when he was 17 years old, and I think that right there was pretty much because of the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails gave Naruto a comfort level because no one could really challenge Naruto just with the Nine Tails alone. It never really gave Naruto a reason to actually grow with the other tail beasts and grow with the other Kekkagenkai and actually learn how they themselves can actually make Naruto a much stronger character. So by losing the Nine Tails now, I think that right there would definitely influence Naruto to actually utilize all the other abilities that he have and pretty much earn a higher level of Sage of Six Paths. I think obviously one of the most effective ways to use all the other tail beasts is by becoming a Jinchuriki, an actual Jinchuriki of all the other tail beasts. We understand that Naruto right now is actually a quote-unquote Jinchuriki because of the Sage of Six Paths chakra. He has chakra from all the tail beasts, but to get the 100% chakra from all the tail beasts, he'd pretty much become a Jinchuriki from the 1 tails on through the 7 tails. Obviously the 8 tails and the 9 tails are not available right now, but in my opinion, I think that right there would probably be a very unrealistic situation. Now, remind you guys, I think that would be the most effective way for Naruto to become a lot stronger than what he was before, but I think that right there would probably be a very unrealistic situation. A very effective way is to actually sign a contract to where Naruto is now able to actually summon the other 7-tailed beasts whenever he wants to, and not only that, but also regularly take chakra from the other tailed beasts. One of the things that was very interesting from what we've seen from Jigen or Isshiki Otsutsuki in the Boruto manga is that before Isshiki Otsutsuki understood that he was going into battle, he went to the 10 tails and absorbed chakra from the 10 tails. In my opinion, I think that Naruto should definitely do that a lot more. Like literally just giving Naruto the ability to summon 7 other tailed beasts and absorbing their chakra regularly would probably give him higher chakra reserves, and not only that, would probably return one of the most popular weapons in the Naruto series, the truth seeking orbs. And this right here here can literally all happen in a matter of like a week or something like that. Now I do want to point out, this right here would not make Naruto stronger than what he was, but this right here would definitely be a very, very good start. Here's where the actual work would actually start. I think that Naruto would probably be suited well to actually retire as Hokage. I don't necessarily want to say Naruto would 100% retire as Hokage. I think that would be a little bit too strong of a word to actually say. I think that Naruto should take a sabbatical. He should step down from the Hokage spot just to focus on training for a bit. I think just the time over the time skip, like literally 3 years of Naruto hardcore training, would probably put this version of Naruto even stronger than the previous version of Naruto. With the Nine Tails, I might even go as far as to say he might even be on Baryon mode Naruto's level. One of the best things I think Naruto could do is actually utilize the Tail Beasts as summoning jutsus to the best of their abilities. Naruto can actually bring out the best potential of all the Tail Beasts when they're actually fighting together. Now it's not just the Tail Beasts being these astronomical figures in itself, it's what Naruto can actually do as the Jinchuriki of all these other Tail Beasts and being the Sage of Six Path. Like if Naruto could even get like 50% of mastery of all the Kekkei and all the abilities that he did have, he would pretty much be on a different level of what he was before. Magna release, lava release, boiler release, a whole bunch of things like that would pretty much put Naruto on a different level. Naruto, if he wanted, could literally get like a pseudo chakra mode. Boiler release significantly increases his strength and speed. Also the lava chakra mode is not necessarily just the huge things like the Kekkei. Naruto can get better at the basic Genin stuff, like literally mastering fire release, mastering earth style, mastering wind style, mastering water style. These are literally things that we've seen minimal, I'm talking about minimal improvements from Naruto, like literally 17-year-old Naruto to now Hokage Naruto 16 years. One of the things that I'd definitely be excited to see is just the creativity mixed with the large amounts of chakra reserves that Naruto can actually utilize to basically heighten all the abilities of these Kekkei and regular jutsus that Naruto could potentially use. One of the things that definitely differentiates shinobis from Otsutsuki members is the creativity. Naruto and Sasuke, they're basically on a different level of creativity in regards to actual Otsutsuki members. For example, Sasuke used his Rinnegan completely different to how Momoshiki uses the Rinnegan. Let's not even bring up Nagato and how Nagato utilizes Rinnegan in comparison and contrastion to how Otsutsuki members like Isshiki or even Momoshiki use their Rinnegan. It's completely different. The creativity is not even comparable. Now in this situation, because Naruto has the strength, the speed, and also the chakra reserves to keep up with god level characters, it will be very interesting to see how creative Naruto can actually get with a lot of these Kekkei and regular chakra natures. Like honestly, the only thing that we really seen to that level was like a lava release Rasen Shuriken. I think Naruto can expand his repertoire a lot wider than that. I think that Naruto has a lot of room to improve, and by retiring and taking a 3-year improvement cycle would probably do Naruto literally wonders. Now as far as how realistic I think all of this would be, I don't think it would be realistic at all. The problem that I do have with the Naruto series is that they build up the main characters and they don't necessarily have a lot of the other characters alongside them. We're kind of getting that trend here where we see Naruto and Sasuke, they're getting weaker, while Boruto and Kawaki, they're getting stronger. Well, not necessarily Kawaki, but Boruto is getting stronger. One of the things that I absolutely hated in Naruto Shippuden is that Naruto and Sasuke were clearly on a different level than everybody else. They gained so much strength in literally like a matter of months, like a short amount of time, that pretty much wrote everybody else out of having any bit of chance of fighting against anybody else on the other side. For example, Obito and Baara. Now I do want to point out, of course, there were some other people that were getting busy alongside Naruto and Sasuke, but we clearly knew who the number 1 and the number 2 were. Well, scratch that, we clearly knew who the top 2 were. I think in this particular situation, in Boruto specifically, I think it would probably be a very suitable thing, or I think it would probably be the best thing, to potentially have Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, and Sasuke on a different level than everybody else. And hey, if there's some other characters that could potentially get involved as well, that would be absolutely fine. For example, Sada, Mitsuki, or potentially even Shikadai. One of the things that I just do not want to see is that Boruto and Kawaki surpass Sasuke out of nowhere, just for the sake of Boruto and Kawaki surpassing Naruto and Sasuke out of nowhere, and just having Boruto and Kawaki as the sole 2 strongest characters, and the whole series just revolves around them 2. That's it. I do not want to see that again. Like literally, the Naruto writers had to do some BS, give Kakashi 2 Sharingans, completely disregard Kakashi's chakra reserves, and have him go head to head with Kage Otsutsuki of all people, all because the whole series was just surrounded around 2 characters building their power. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and give me your opinions about Naruto, and if you guys think that this could possibly make Naruto even stronger than what he was before. But it's me, your boy Baara B, and we out.
It's a knife.